Damn, honey, I heard that from back here. Hello, everybody. It's been a long time. I had a video that I have on one of my phones at this point. I don't know what the problem is. She's so sweet. I can't get it on this phone without like chopping it into like 14 different little videos. And it's just been a pain in my ass. And I don't know whether to abandon it or to spend a whole day trying to figure out how to get it to this phone. But it's fine. It's fine. Life has just been stressful for the past 3 weeks straight. But today I decided I was gonna film a video at home this time. Honey, say hello to everybody. Look at, oh, you're so pretty. Now, I've been thinking a lot these past 3 weeks. Whoa, honey, goodness gracious. She's just so fat and it just bumps me all around. Look at this plump. I love her. Anyways, I don't even know why it's been just so stressful these past couple weeks. It just has been. Work has been terrible. My emotional status has been terrible for no reason. But today I feel okay. I got some sleep. Sorry, my hair is a mess today. And past 3 weeks I've been thinking a lot. And I just want to invite you into my mind here for a little while here, for however long this video may be, of some of the things that I think about, usually before I go to bed, but sometimes when I'm working. If I move like that, she's trying to love me, right, honey? Anyways, so there's some things that have been continuously popping up into my mind these past couple weeks that have really just been bothering me. They've been like a freaking bug in my skull that I just want to get out, but I can't because I can't figure it out. And they say the brain doesn't like the fact that it can't figure things out, so it just makes it that much more to think about. Did that make sense? So I'm gonna invite you into my brain for a little while, and maybe if, honey, you're gonna fall right down the hill. No, don't do that. Honey, you are gonna fall down the hill, and it's a steep fall. Here, look, let me show you. She's gonna roll right down that hill, and she's fat, and she'd keep going right into the water. Anyways, so I think the number one thing that I've been thinking the most about the past month, basically, is that there's just no way that we are the only people or organism, whatever you want to call it, in the whole entire infinite of space. You know? The infinite beyond in which our galaxy, further out than our galaxy, right? There's just no way. But I've been trying to think of ways after thinking about this. Like, it's got to be damn near impossible that it's just us out here in the entirety of space. I just love her so much. We're gonna get to her in a minute, don't worry. Because you think, if the Big Bang happened here, like around Earth, it's got to have happened other places. It's just a shame that, you know, we'll probably never ever figure out if we actually are the only people, because we'll more than likely kill ourselves off before anything else can make an attempt to be here. But then at the same time, I also think that aliens are real and they are somewhere on Earth just kind of watching us. And then I start thinking more deep into it. I'm like, well, what if it's not even, what if we're not even alone in this galaxy, you know? I don't know how big the galaxy is. I'm not that good at researching anything, but still, I just find it really hard to believe. So that's been like a big thing weighing on my mind, is that we can't be alone. We just can't be. The statistical possibilities of us being completely alone in the never-ending vastness of space, I think, is 0. Anyways, if you think we're alone, truly 100% alone in the whole entire in all of space, then let me know down below. And if you don't think we're alone, also let me know down below, because I can't be the only one that thinks this. And it's been like just sucking the life out of me, the existential dread and whatnot. But that's just one thing. Okay, we're not done yet. Okay, I totally forgot I had a tripod, so I went and got it. So now I can hold you farther, so you don't have to be so up in my face, which is what I like. But I went down to the water, so now I'm putting my feet in. Anyways, so another thing that I've been thinking a lot about is my cat. You just saw her, she was up there, that beautiful bitch. But not just my cat, animals in general. So every day I come out here and I feed the ducks. And I started feeding the sucker fish that like to suck the corn off the bottom of the river here. And I just think to myself, like, do you think they know that they're a fish and a cat and a duck? Like, we know, at least we think we know, we're humans. Who knows? Because if a fish doesn't know it's a fish, what if the fish thinks it's a human, right? What if we're something else and we just think we're a human? And then I feed the deer every day too. And it's like, what if they think they're the humans? Like, they look at us and they think we're the dumb animals and that they're the smart breed, I guess. So every time I look at my cat now, I just wonder if she knows she's a cat. And if she knows she's a beautiful cat, even though I tell her that every day she's so beautiful, I wonder what she actually thinks that she is, you know? Oh, I remember what the third thing was. You know, I was at work yesterday. Was it yesterday? What's today? I don't even know what today is. It was yesterday. Okay. I was talking to my coworker. Okay, so I'm young, right? Most of the people that I talk with at work, at least, are young. And I was thinking, you know, as I just got my ass whooped for the day, we had worked all fucking day. And it was miserable. It's been miserable for the past like 3 weeks. I don't know why. I don't know. It's not even winter. Usually winter's when it gets miserable at the hospitals because everybody tries to get their surgeries in before the end of the year, but I don't know, it's just been complete misery at work for not just me. You know, every day is usually misery for me, but other people are starting to say it also. So that's how I know it's not just me. Even managers are saying it, so. But most of us are all young, you know. And you know, the saying goes, I don't know if I'm getting the saying 100% correct, but hold on, I have to climb up this hill. I'm fine. But anyways, there's like this saying that, you know, your young years are supposed to be like the best years of your life. And I sat there wondering, I was like, is this really the best my life is gonna get? Or like, really? Whoa, fall into the water. Like, I don't know what drugs whoever came up with that saying was on, but like, I want some, because I've worked the vast majority, not even the vast, the majority of my young life, right? My young life. I've never been on unemployment. I haven't taken a vacation in, let me look at the clock here, 5 years, okay? Maybe even longer, I can't remember. I've just went to work every single day that I'm on the schedule, pretty much plus some, actually. And it's like, it makes me wonder, it's like, well, if this is the best, how much shittier is it gonna get? Because it's pretty bad now, right? I can't remember the last time that my young years were actually any fun, because it's been, oh, I thought the cat was falling down the hill, but it's been pretty mundane. It's been pretty boring my entire life. Maybe the last time was like when I was a teenager, when I didn't have to worry about every fucking thing. and I actually had friends, and I didn't have to go to work. So we'll say probably around 16, 17. But yeah, now life has been nothing but stress. I'm under more stress now than I think ever before, with money. Even though I got a raise at work. 2 raises actually, which shocked me for the second one. I was not expecting that. So we'll see how much that one helps, because the last one didn't help for shit. There's just so much shit I need to do in life. And I know that's everybody's life. I'm not saying like my life's completely shitty and like terrible compared to everybody else. It's not. I mean, the shit that I have to deal with is probably, you know, on the lower end of the shitty scale compared to other people. I'm not knocking anything anybody else has to deal with. But I constantly hear older people saying that, oh, enjoy your young years. These are going to be the best years you've got. And it's like, I'm sorry, Barbara, but your life must be like completely different than mine, because I'm sure whenever you were young, you were barefoot and pregnant in a kitchen and you thought that was the best, but that's not what I want to do, okay? And I'm sure, Barbara, you're probably a lot richer than I am too, because, you know, you're like 90 years old and your money has had time to appreciate over time. But, you know, mine hasn't. And I doubt it ever will, to be honest. And Barbara, you're on fucking Medicaid right now, and I can't afford to be on Medicaid because not that I can't afford it, but I make too much money to be on it, Barbara. Shut your ass up, the fuck? I went a little too hard on Barbara there for a minute. Sorry, Barbara. But it's just frustrating that these old people who, you know, money wasn't really a thing when they were young, right? Jesus Christ. Things were just a lot better when all these old people were younger. And now they're telling everybody to just work harder. I can't fucking work harder, okay? I'm at the bone of working harder, okay? Harold, if you would see my work ethic, I'd put younger you to shame, okay? I really would. Damn, look at my veins popping out my neck. I'm getting frustrated over here. It just really irritates me every time somebody says that because I'm young, these are the best years of my life. It's not. And it's only going to get shittier because of the way things are going now. So it's like I literally have nothing to look forward to ever in my life. I can't afford to go on a vacation. I walked down the stream a little bit more here. I also picked up my face, so that's right there. I can't afford to go on a vacation. I can't afford to buy a house until that housing market crashes, which I hope happens soon. I have to afford things for my brother and my mother also, because my mother doesn't know how to stop spending money, and she yells at me for spending money, which I'm not gonna say I don't. I do, but I gotta go get. There's just a lot of stress with the fam right now, and they're away, so thank God it's giving me a break. And then as soon as they come back, it'll just be right back on the frustration train. But yeah, if these are gonna be the best years of my life, then I don't want to go on. I really don't, because it's only going downhill from here, as they say. And shit, baby, we're already at the bottom of the hill, so I mean, how much further? I guess they could take me to hell, I don't know, but I just fucking hate that saying now, after I've thought about it. And I told one of my coworkers that it's just really shitty that the best years of our lives have been working 24/7, damn near 24/7. Woohoo! Almost fell down. And bills and damn, son. And that's pretty much it. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being pessimistic. But yeah, I guess, I don't know. Maybe it was because I had a bad couple of weeks that I just has put me into this pessimistic mindset. Or, you know, maybe it's just pissing me off because it's realistic and I know that it's only going to get worse. Get that out of my way. I'm just finding it hard to find joy in anything anymore. Literally, all I do is wake up at whatever fucking time I do wake up. It's different every single day. Between 1 a.m. and 5 a.m. is usually when I wake up. And I go to work, bust my ass all day, literally. I do my best to help. We'll get to that part. But do my best to help everybody at work when they need it, you know, pick up any shifts that I'm able to, because I have 2 jobs, so I can't always pick up shifts at either place because the schedules kind of coincide. But come home, go to bed. That's all I do every single day. I'm trying to actually think of the last fun thing that I did do, other than this. This is fun for me. I like to come down here and play in the water and feed the ducks. That's like my peace time, when I get to feed the ducks and the fish. And then I think it's only gonna get worse because at least right now I have my mom, but you know, she's getting up there in age. She ain't gonna make it forever. I know that. And then it's just gonna put more stuff on my head. Well, not my head, my shoulders, but whatever. So I guess if I learn to deal with the stress now, then it might not be as bad when she's gone. But I don't know. We'll see where the world takes us when that point comes. If it's even still left, you know, who knows? We might get blown up in the next couple of years, or a meteor might kill us all, you know. Yeah, so that's been stressing me out. Just thinking too much about how shitty it's gonna get later on in my life and how shitty it is now. And then another thing I think about is, you know, I like helping people. You know, I like to think that I'm a very helpful person when it comes to outside of work and at work. I'll do pretty much anything anybody asks me to do. Like a couple of months ago, my coworker had to clean out her shed, and I was like, oh, I'll come by and do it. And I showed up after working all night. I showed up at her house and I helped her clean her shed and whatnot. Literally all somebody has to do is just ask me to do something, and I will do it. Most of the time you don't have to ask. You only have to ask me one time, and you know, don't tell me any more than once, because I know, right? At work, I'll do whatever anybody needs me to do. I'll switch rooms. I'll help you clean your room. I'll help you get ready for your next operation that you gotta get done. I'll make sure everybody's taking a break 3 times, you know. And then I think it was because it was just such a hard week and I was so irritated. But I started thinking, like, I do all this shit for everybody, but nobody does the same for me. And I know it was a really bad week, but bad week or not, nobody checked on me when I was in my cases. Nobody made sure that I didn't need to go on a break or anything, or nobody came for me for a break. Actually, now that's what made me mad, and that's what made me start thinking about it. Nobody came for me. And it's like, what the fuck? I help everybody to the best of my ability. If I could butt off another one of me, I would, just to make things easier for everybody else. But nobody even came in, checked on me. But yeah, I do all this shit for so many people. And then I feel like when it comes down to me, nobody gives a fuck, right? Ow. Like, nobody will come help me clean my room. Nobody will come help me take a break. There's one person that will, and she's just the nicest person ever. But nobody else will. Nobody will clean up their own stuff after themselves. But it was just making me think, like, why do I do all this shit for everybody and nobody gives me anything in return, you know? And it's not that I'm asking for anything, but like, it's a little break would be nice, you know? If I gave you a break after the point in which we were supposed to be giving breaks, I'd at least expect somebody to come check on me, irregardless if I wanted a break, right? Just check on me. And then I think more into it, and it's like, well, you know, everybody does that to me in my life, right? Like, I help all these people, even monetarily. I'll help people within my life, and it's like nothing back. So I don't know if I should just keep letting, I don't want to say it's taking advantage, but it is. I just don't like that, right? But I guess I have to come to the conclusion to just stop helping people if nobody wants to help me. So yeah, that's pretty much how my past 3 weeks has been. Nothing but fucking stress and wild thoughts. Also, one little extra tidbit I'm gonna throw in here, since it's been so long. I keep having this fucking thought every time I'm up in my room. So my window faces out here, right? So at night you can see like the moon on the water and whatnot. But I just keep having this picture pop into my head. I'm not crazy. That there's an alien outside my room at night that watches me. So I have to make sure that the window blinds are closed completely before I can go to sleep. And I know I've just been, my favorite movie, Signs. I know I've just been watching that way too much. If you've never seen that movie, go watch it right now. It's literally my most favorite movie in all of my life. But I think I've just been watching that too much because I bought it on Amazon Prime and now I haven't stopped watching it. So yeah. Yeah, so that's how the past 3 weeks have been. A lot of shit. And I just know there's a lot more shit to come. So I think that's kind of why it's been a minute since I made a video. Minus the fact that I can't get my fucking video to send to this phone. It's annoying. I don't even want to talk about it. I might as well just reshoot that whole entire thing, but I might give it another go because I thought it was good. It was kind of about me, you know, how I used to be back in the day versus how I am now, but I'm gonna get it. I'm determined to get it. I'm gonna spend this weekend doing it, hopefully. But anyways, yeah, so I hope everybody else has been doing okay. It's been 3 weeks, so I hope everybody's surviving out there. Lord knows I'm trying to. We're all trying to. But yeah, enjoy this shot of the river here. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Sorry it's been so long, but it's been rough. Been rough for everybody, I know. Anyways, I don't know when I'll see you again, but I will see you again eventually. Bye.